Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blue. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to miss this segment. Okay. The name of this segment today is What's Right is Right and What's Wrong is Wrong. It's just that simple. You know, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. It's that simple. You know. So we're gonna get started today. We want everybody to throw the cash apps up, like and share the page. Come from YouTube if you can. We're gonna be streaming live through Facebook also, but our main thing is to get everybody over on YouTube. Is that right, Blow?
That's right.
All right.
It's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. Again, 704-449-6563. If you call in or share the live video from YouTube, you will get a cash app. It's just as simple as that. It's time to tell the truth.
Absolutely. We got a couple of short films we're going to show y'all. Man, this is unbelievable. You would never think this would be happening, but it is. It's always happening, and it's happening on a consistent basis. We like for y'all to comment, like the page, share the page while we get this going. Of course, throw your cash apps up, okay? That is very important. We're about to get it started now.
Yep.
Go to your Facebook pages, hit everyone. That's what Blow's doing. I'm fit to go over there, do it now myself. Hit at everyone, and we'll get it popping. Okay. Time to tell the truth. Over on Facebook, hit everyone at everyone in the comment section. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what me and Blow is doing right now.
So today we're talking about right is right and wrong is wrong.
Absolutely.
Well, we know a lot of stuff, man. A lot of people we was talking about, like we was talking about last week. A lot of times people make people bad,
right,
or want somebody to feel some way about a situation without allowing me to decide that for myself.
Right. They're gonna make me be something because they want me to be it. So we're gonna follow up this week with what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Everybody should understand what's wrong and what's right. I can't for the life of me understand why that's a hard task today, right? I'm serious. I can't understand why you can't understand that, or why people don't even want to. But we got a couple of clips that we're gonna show you, okay? And we'll go from there.
All right, we see you.
We see you. We see both of y'all. We see you. Make sure you share the page.
Make sure you share it to your Facebook, to wherever you can share it. Just share it out somewhere, and we'll make sure we get a cash app out there to you.
Right, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to get this first video going.
Madeline Brame is a Blexit activist, and she joins me now. She was also in the Bronx last night for that rally with Donald Trump. Tell us a little bit about it, Madeline. What did you see? What did you feel?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very disturbed, number one, by these comments that these paid elected officials off of our tax dollar are making towards a whole entire demographic of American citizens. They work for us. We don't work for them. They got it twisted, okay? Yesterday, out in the Bronx, that was electric. There was something supernatural about that whole entire experience. The energy that was in that park of people of all races, all creeds, all religions, all together on one accord. And we were happy and we were excited. It was magical. You had to be there to understand and feel the energy. None of those rich people in suits would ever step foot in. We had
this time, will it be different?
It'll be different because they fumbled us, okay? 60, 70 years of being loyal to a party that has never returned anything to our community. We have gotten nothing but welfare on top of welfare, crime, dilapidated housing, failing schools, okay? Safe injection sites, abortion clinics, liquor stores, okay? What's the latest thing they put in there? Those legal weed spots. This is all they give us because they think that these are the things that will satisfy and pacify us. Keep all that crap, okay? Make some major investments in those communities and bring some serious jobs. Replace the guns, replace the drugs with hammers and nails and drills and steelwork and an iron worker. All right, use those young men who were involved in the criminal justice system to renovate and rebuild that dilapidated housing and pay them good money with benefits so they can take care of their children, all right, and help lift them up out of poverty, all right, instead of enabling the outright just decimation, all right. Make some pathways that will help them avoid incarceration, right? All this crap that they're talking, I've been around a long time, a whole bunch of 24/7s, okay? And I voted Democrat loyally, and they have done nothing. They fumbled. They fumbled the black vote. They fumbled the minority vote. They fumbled the Democratic vote, and it's no more. It's over.
Preach. Beautiful. You almost started a sequel to the rally right here on Primetime.
Go ahead.
Wow, did y'all hear what she had to say? Man, everything she said was spot on, man. I mean, spot on. And if y'all don't know anything about that lady, she had 2 sons to die. Okay, one died from fentanyl, all that stuff coming across the border that they're letting happen right now. And I forget how the other one died. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. I mean, she know that.
Me and all, we've been on that side, and it's easy to see how it sounds good and it make you feel like they for you. But the people is not for it. They done proved for a half a century. Only thing they gonna do is give us unfulfilled promises.
A pacifier.
That's it. Something to put in your mouth and shut you up. Anybody that want to argue with me about my political views or anything like that, every argument that they have for me is just a pacifier that they done put in their mouth. I'm telling people, I'm not voting for nobody that's got gas highs, I don't know what, when I've seen that if we drill for oil here, it's way cheaper. And they gonna tell me some stuff like this. Oh, well, the president ain't got nothing to do with gas. Well, that's what they told you, to put the pacifier in your mouth. Absolutely. To shut you up.
Absolutely.
That's not true. If you got one man that's drilling over here, it's $1.50 cheaper, and then you got somebody else who getting it from everywhere else but here, and it's $1.50, $2 more, then hey, that got something to do with the man calling the play.
All right. We see you, Samara Shields. Thank you for joining in today. Yep. We come on every week at this time. Yep. Like and share the page. Put your Cash App up. We'll send you something. That's the way we do on this show. So we still going to get it popping. Man, I'm telling you something. We have to start understanding what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. But people don't want you to know what's right, and they don't want you to know what's wrong. I can't figure out for the world of me why somebody would put something in school books in elementary school of two boys having anal sex. Now somebody need to explain that to me, and somebody be okay with that. I don't care who can be okay with that, man.
Hey, what's up, Kyle Mal? Hey, I've been trying to send your Cash App out to you the last 2 weeks. Your Cash App not working. I don't know why. I probably need another one for you.
All right. Yeah, I can't understand. I simply can't understand why people would believe that a man could be a woman, or a woman can be a man, or a man can have a baby. I mean, this kind of stuff, man. Something is going on that we need to explore. Bro.
I mean, I think the only thing I ask is that you be aware that this is the kind of stuff that your party is aligning with.
Right.
You know, me and all, we was for that for the longest, but we have to realize what we aligning ourselves with.
Yeah.
We aligning, you know, when you voting Democrat right about now, you're aligning yourself with open borders. You're aligning yourself with sending money everywhere else. But here, you in line with, man, all this bringing people over. If they get split up from their family, they get upwards of $400,000. Right. All this kind of giving people debit cards with all $3,000 to $5,000 on them.
Right. You know, I'm just saying, man, we have to be aware of what's really going on. And they don't want you to be aware. We're going to show you a clip. We're going to show that clip again before the show is over. But that lady was spot on with everything that she said. I've personally been a Democrat my whole life.
Me too.
You know, and when all this stuff started, this derangement syndrome and all this stuff, and I'm looking and asking questions. People didn't even want me to ask questions. My own people didn't even want me to ask questions. How crazy is that? Me and Blow was asking questions and they didn't even want, they tried to shut us up because somebody told them to.
Awareness is too close to accountability.
Absolutely. I believe that awareness is too close to accountability, and don't nobody want to be accountable for nothing. We have people that has committed serious stuff in this country, but nobody's ever been held accountable for it.
Nope.
All these things that they got going on, everything that lady said was absolutely spot on.
Yep.
Those people in the Bronx, and the news tried to put up a clip. Most of y'all don't know about what happened in that Bronx. I'm sure you don't if you ain't paying attention. The Bronx was electric, man, the other day. Trump went up to the Bronx, man. It had so many people up there. I'm talking about blacks, whites, Puerto Ricans, Latinos. There was a big, diverse group of people. And you know what the news put on? Well, Trump drew a little crowd, and they put it on and they got caught because the timestamp on it was 11 o'clock a.m. The rally started over in the evening about 4 o'clock, but they had 11 o'clock stamp saying, well, he had a little bit of people there. Man, the thing was overwhelming. Now, if you don't know anything about the Bronx, I'm going to tell you, the Bronx is strictly been Democrat. It's hard to get somebody to go another way. And if them people can wake up, I'm telling you, bro, it's something happening out here, and we better be paying attention.
I've seen that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It was electric, you know, and they're using all kind of shenanigans. They're using all kind of media personnel. I mean, people you would think that, dog, this person is credible, Blow. I can listen to this people. I can listen to CNN. I can listen to the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times. This stuff, I had it. I read it in there. I seen it on TV. Somebody told me the other day, I was telling them something about how all those votes down in Georgia. I don't know if y'all heard about it. I think it was over 100,000 votes. They can't find it on the digital scanning thing. So either they weren't never there or somebody took them out. That was the thing. And he was telling me, he was saying, well, you got to show this to me. Where you see that at? I said, man, I got to show it to you. Wasn't I the one telling you that COVID wasn't no good? I'm just saying you did. Yeah, I told you COVID wasn't no good. How many people didn't believe us on that, Flo?
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly wasn't no good. The shot wasn't no good, allegedly. We got to say allegedly because we on YouTube now. So YouTube's got all these strict things. Allegedly, everybody know that the shot was good for you, and you know it causes you not to die. Okay, we got to say that. Okay, now with that being said, me and Blow was telling everybody. So you all of a sudden you asking me, where did I get this from? You want to see it from here? You don't want to see it from no podcast, this, that, and the other. But the same podcast was the ones that me and Blow understood that stuff wasn't no good about the thing.
I mean, people got away from natural immunity.
Yeah,
I mean,
come on, man.
If I could ride by a stadium and the stadium got people wrapped around it, waiting to get a jab in their arm, but have the people in the line out there with jogging, people look like they just left the gym or on the way to the gym.
Yeah.
The people already told you 98% of the people that get it gonna be okay. And
Yeah.
if you in shape, healthy, or between 18 and 35, you should be fine.
Right. And didn't have at least 2 comorbidities. If you had at least 2 comorbidities, now you in trouble. But they did nothing to tell you about ivermectin, monoclonal antibodies. They denounced all of that stuff, man. Now they coming back. Now, if you look it up, oh, that was good for this. That was good. Yeah, but how is it too late? You know, somebody asked me, well, man, how did you know about that? I asked him, well, what booster shot you on? You on your 4th, 5th, 6th? They got about 8 of them out there. Which one you on? You still doing the thing? Which most people not.
Yeah, most people not.
Yeah, I know they not. Why not? They still recommending it.
But I'm all for getting it if you need it. But if if you had the thing and got rid of it and survived it, I mean, the natural immunity should be good. Anytime you get sick with something, man, why you think people could walk around every day? People would get sick every day if it wasn't no such thing as natural immunity. How many people go touch a dirty pump or a door and mess around and rub their nose or eye ain't paying attention. You'll get sick every day if your body wasn't immune to dealing with that stuff over and over and over again.
Well, my only thing is, do your research, man. Don't just take for granted. You used to could count on listen to the news. You can't listen to none of them. CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, none of them.
No.
People are starting to go to alternative news sources, people that actually dig into the court files, actually dig into this stuff. Like me and Blow, we don't just take one source. We go to 1,000 different sources, just looking for stuff all the time.
And I think, to be all the way honest with you, I don't take Fox News as being credible per se, but I get a lot of information from them that I don't get from nowhere else. And what I mean is this: if I get something from there and I want to compare it to what the news that everybody else is watching, I can rarely find the opposite story. Like, perfect example, I seen on the news they say that wasn't no infamil. Couldn't nobody find no infamil. But I seen over on Fox News where they had it all down there at the border on pallets and stuff like that. So anytime I hear a story on Fox News, I try to do the same thing. I try to go over and see what the regular news got to say to combat it. Most of the stuff they talk about, the other news,
they don't
even talk about it.
Right.
They don't even cover it. Y'all, are our sources credible? Well, I think it's like this. I think that we use our heads and think, you know what I mean, before we just come out to say something.
Absolutely. I mean, credible sources mean research.
Fox
okay.
One track.
I mean,
well, you can say it's one track,
right?
But if the other news,
CNN is
if CNN say something, you
can compare the two.
Yeah, you can compare the two. Fox News will give you a story that don't nobody else even want to talk about.
Exactly.
That's the problem I have with that.
Right.
I have a problem if they don't even want to speak on the other side. The baby formula, breast.
Yeah, absolutely, it's best.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just giving the example of how they saying that there wasn't none.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, it's a shortage, but they not saying it's a shortage because we sent it down there for the immigrants.
Well, it's all kinds of stuff. What about all the top secret documents? Now it has been discovered that the FBI put the things out there. How many stations you heard that on? Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Come on, man. That kind of stuff is that important. I mean,
and when they're wrong, they never double back and say
they never say they was wrong. All this stuff, they never said it. That's crazy.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. This thing is crazy. And CNN as well. We know that. So what do you do when you got CNN and Fox and they telling different stories? You go to some independent sources now.
Yeah, but the whole thing is they both one track.
Yeah, exactly.
Because one is on their side speaking to their people and the other is on their side. I mean, let's look at the facts. Everybody went down there and ran down there 4 years ago. They got who they wanted in power. What have we got after this?
Well, okay, let me just put it this way. Just the other day, CNN was saying, well, Biden is expired as ever. He can get around, do all this. You know that's a lie. The man, I mean, you can look at him and tell him that he's sharp as ever. When is he sharp as ever?
If you compare the two, everybody, I mean, if you think that Biden is more sharper than Trump, but when Trump was in office, they were saying that he needed a cognitive test. And they
haven't called for one against Biden.
God,
they haven't called for one cognitive test.
He don't even deserve one. They should just take him down.
And everybody know if they let the man loose, he'll go outside the back of the White House and get lost. If they just turn him loose by himself. Everybody knows that. But nobody has called for a cognitive test. Why not? They was calling for it for Trump. Now, you got to understand how the media does. And I think, once everybody figures out the media, they can get on and start understanding things. That's what that lady was talking about at the beginning of that film. You didn't see the first of that. I saw the first of it. And the first of it, they was showing to where all those people was on there talking about Trump need to get out of the Bronx, need to do this and do that. It was just full of lies. And that's what the lady was talking about when she first came on. All right, we got you. We got you.
Yeah, for sure.
Make
sure y'all sharing it.
Make sure we share it. We're gonna check your share. All right, we got another film we're gonna show you, which is actually what we was just talking about. We was just talking about how people can just tell you anything. I don't know how many Bill Maher fans it is out here. I'm gonna show you how the people in the media can just say stuff that they have no earthly idea about. They just repeating propaganda. That's what it's called, propaganda. You get propagandized by what they're saying. These people propagandize you. Listen at this clip closely.
Athens, Georgia, Rutherford, New Jersey at the Icarus Festival. And Minneapolis, Minnesota. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. So Bill Maher's at it again. He's getting owned by Megyn Kelly. And he's what you want to see the bubble that Bill Maher lives in. He doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to Ukraine, when it comes to Israel, Palestine, when it comes to January 6th. Now he doesn't know when it comes to Hillary Clinton and election denial. He has Trump derangement syndrome, just like the rest of them. But watch it. He's going to get owned again. Watch this.
I think on January 20th, 2025, he'll show up at the White House, whether he's invited or not.
He's talking about Donald Trump.
And I don't think that's going to be good. We're now.
That right there is what you call propaganda. This man sat up there and said he thinks Trump is going to show up at the White House on January 5th, regardless of whether he wins or not. And
January 20th.
January 20th, whatever it is. And regardless of whether he won or not, and just take over. Now, this clown would have you to believe some stuff like that out of thin air. Now, who believes that, man?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now, who actually believes that Donald Trump would show up on January 20th and just take over the place? With who? With how? When? I mean, you would have to be an actual dummy to believe something like this. But this guy actually said that. He's just repeating propaganda. I've heard Sonny Houston them say it, Whoopi Goldberg. This is all the people that these people watch every day. CNN spat out something based on nothing. That is based on nothing, period, the way this man is saying that. I just want to stop. Yeah, absolutely, 100% propaganda. And that's what they do to you, is propagandize you. This is Bill Maher. For people who watch him, he gets
he's gonna bomb in if he lost.
Yes. Oh yeah, bomb is a word I wouldn't even throw around lightly.
Oh, stop it! He's not gonna do that.
Right, like there was never an attack on the Capitol.
Oh, I hear you, but he's not going to show up.
An attack on the Capitol.
Regrettably, there was not, Bill.
Regrettably, there wasn't.
But the inauguration.
Like they didn't show up at the Capitol and break windows and knock down doors. And
those weren't
sounds fiery but peaceful.
Those weren't our agent provocateurs. That's not what that was. Okay, that wasn't FBI plants in the crowd. That's what Bill Maher is saying. He doesn't even know there were FBI plants in the crowd.
Kill cops and chase.
They didn't do that.
And they didn't.
He said they killed cops
and knock down doors and kill cops and chase.
They didn't do that.
And they didn't break windows.
They didn't
knock
kill
down
cops.
They of course did.
No, they didn't.
Who did?
Do you see how he just? That's the beauty of propaganda. Of course they killed cops. Oh, how do you know? I heard it on Rachel Maddow. Did you ever look into it? No. He just takes it as fact. He takes it as a truism, just like Trump was working with Russia. He just takes it as a truism.
The economy's fine.
The economy's great.
People in LA?
No.
Why would I have seen that?
Why would I go looking at homeless people? Here we go.
Died of natural causes that day?
Yes.
Police
and kill cops and chase.
They didn't do that.
And they didn't break windows.
They didn't
knock
kill
down
cops.
They of course did.
No, they didn't.
Who did? They died of natural causes that day?
Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, the medical examiner, has determined that he suffered 2 strokes and died of natural causes.
Yeah, nobody died that day.
Cops.
No, not true. Who?
Okay.
Who?
Oh, I don't.
There was a protester who got shot by a cop inside the Capitol. That was it. And I don't even know.
There were some weird suicides after. That was strange.
That was strange.
They were so guilt-ridden, I guess, about opening the doors and letting people in.
There was a cop who tased himself and gave himself a heart attack. That happened. There was there
was 2 fat white guy Adderall.
And then there was that guy who died of natural causes. No cops were killed by protesters on January 6th.
Well, remember Biden and Kamala did a Brian Sicknick memorial to pretend lie that he was killed by the protesters.
And Bill Maher buys that lie.
Yeah.
Bill Maher believes what he hears on TV. He believes what he reads in the New York Times. He believes what he reads in the Washington Post. He actually believes it. And this is how it looks. And he just got done telling Bill Burr, this is my lane, Bill Burr. Bill Burr doesn't know what he's talking about. Me, Bill Maher, I know what I'm talking about. And Bill Burr's like, you don't know shit. And Bill Burr was right. And this is proving it. How perfect that Bill Burr said that stuff. And then a couple of days later, he goes out on this media tour where he keeps getting his ass owned and revealing he doesn't know shit except propaganda. And this is HBO's guy who's there to inform you about current events.
Remember the names?
They didn't. There was Brian Sicknick, who died later after the fact.
Of natural causes. And by the way, if they were there to overthrow the government, well, why were they allowed to, if they were in there killing cops, why were they allowed to just walk out? Why were all the protesters who were inside the Capitol, the cops just standing there, letting them walk out? Why is that? Why is that? Look at these people. Just,
I like how the cops like, are we supposed to do this? What is happening?
What do we? And then here's the cops inside taking selfies with them. Why don't they ever show this stuff on? There's the cops taking selfies with them.
Yes, because if you recall,
they never show that on the news.
These are people that love cops.
That's right. This is the
side that really didn't want to defund the police. Remember,
that's
Bill?
right.
You genius.
And if you want to see what an agent provocateur looks like, this is what an agent provocateur looks like. That looks to me like an undercover Fed. And the protesters are telling him to cut it out. And this guy, when he says cut it out, the agent provocateur starts pushing him because he knows he's a cop.
Wow.
Yeah. So Bill Barr doesn't know any of that. And if you want to.
Now, this is what we talking about. I had people telling me January 6th, and they shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have went up in there, this, that, and the other. And they shouldn't have. See, this is what they showed you, man. I mean, man, this is crazy. This is what they showed you and told you. Now, who is these people? These are the people you was watching. CNN. All of them people. Fox didn't do it. I give Fox some credit. But this is what they were showing you, and this is what they was telling you the whole time. That dude was strictly a police officer. You know he was a cop. The way he pushed that dude and went on, and they telling this dude not to go. How come you're always in black, dressed all the way up in black, and they can't showing your face? Come on, man. You have to understand this stuff, man. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. The man
sitting there breaking the window. The other man told him, hey, don't go in there.
Yeah.
Y'all don't go in there. He's pushing him. Oh, we going in. That's the police, man.
Yeah. And what have we been told the whole time? Oh, they went up in the Capitol. Me and Blow had people telling us they shouldn't have went up in there like that. They done overthrew this and all. Man, stop it, man.
And then you let them walk up out of there after all the windows done been broke out of the Capitol building. We ain't talking about no grocery store, no Target.
Yeah.
We talking about the Capitol of the United States of America.
Absolutely.
Man, somebody should have got slammed, pepper sprayed, something.
See, that's why we telling you, you need other sources. You can't look at the sources that showed you this stuff. They had a whole sham trial about January 6th, man.
And the thing about it is you can question our sources, but answer this. Where else have you seen this?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
My first time seeing this was today. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I ain't never seen them people just walking out with the Trump flags and everything. Police standing there, ain't slamming nobody. Man, they ain't doing no tear gas in there. They ain't doing nothing. Yeah. They just leaving on their own. They taking selfies with the police.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff, man, I want to show this part. I want to show this one more time, Mark.
Yeah, and this also, go ahead and show that one more time.
I got to show this one more time. I mean, this stuff right here, you can't make this stuff up, man.
No, you sure can't.
They just let the people walk out the building.
Look at these people.
We're gonna show the letter.
They just walking out the building.
Cops like, are we supposed to do this? What is happening?
What do we? And then here's the cops inside taking selfies with them.
Yeah.
Why don't they ever show this stuff on? There's the cops taking selfies with them.
Because if you recall,
they never show that on the news.
People that love cops.
That's right. This
is the side that really didn't want to defund the police. Remember,
that's right.
You genius.
And if you want to see what an agent provocateur looks like, this is what an agent provocateur looks like.
Man, you know that's a Fed, man. Come on, man.
That looks to me like an undercover Fed. And the protesters are telling him to cut it out. And this guy, when he says cut it out, the agent provocateur starts pushing him because he knows he's a cop.
Yeah, he knows he's a cop. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah. So Bill Maher doesn't know any of that. Bill, and if you want to,
this is crazy. Go ahead, Art.
We can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up. I mean, this is what we up against out here, man. People like that doing that, and everybody that I know was telling me about what they did on January 6th. You know who did it to you? Your freaking people that's up there who put on a sham trial, January 6th trial, did all of this stuff, man. These people are a joke. And people like Bill Maher sit there and spread that propaganda. You got to know when you being propagandized. Yep. Yeah. And also, it's a clip in there, Blow, where Trump on the day before January 6th.
Yep.
The day before, the man put up on Twitter, y'all march peacefully over there. We don't want no violence. Guess what Twitter did? Took it down. Yeah, that's crazy.
Ray Epps. And now here's what Donald Trump actually said about January 6th, the day before.
On January 5th, the day before, I said, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. Stay peaceful. This was the day before, and this was in the form of Twitter. Now use Truth Social. I think it's far superior, okay? I hope everybody's on I hope everybody's on Truth. If you look, January 6th, this is before 2:30. I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. This is right after, as it was happening. But what happened is they took it down. I don't know why. I think they took it down because it was so good. They didn't like it being up there.
Twitter took it down.
I am asking, and we didn't know until I got it back, because now I have 90 million people waiting for me to go back, but I'm on Truth and I'm staying on Truth. Listen, I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. No violation. We want no violation. We want no violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue. Thank you. That was at 2:30. That was very.
Oh, so the Jack Dorsey Twitter, they kicked him off Twitter.
So they
took down his
They
peaceful.
took down.
Yeah, they took the man off Twitter. This is what we talking about, man. Last week our subject was, you don't have to make me bad. Don't make me bad. Don't make me be bad.
And you know what? And that's another propaganda thing. So that's what y'all call a dog whistle, right?
Right.
I mean, you can only say what you mean and mean what you say.
Exactly.
I don't understand it. If you say something out your mouth, I ain't gonna take it as mean the opposite.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't understand how in the world this is the same person. I ain't never heard the man was a racist back in the 90s. The only thing I heard about him being a racist is when it come down to the Central Park 5, he had an opinion. And he was wrong. He even came out and said he was wrong.
Right.
He said, I was wrong about those guys.
Right.
I mean, but in the time, he got the right to his opinion.
And just like everybody else.
Just like you would go to court down there with somebody that you know did it and be screaming, free that man.
Yeah, absolutely.
We talk about the hypocrites all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be one of them on purpose. I keep telling y'all that.
Yeah.
Time and time again.
Yeah, if Blow done killed somebody, I go down there. I'm the first one that got a free Blow shirt on. Knowing he did it.
Knowing I did. Same thing.
That's crazy.
We see Elaine. I see some people is weak, but everyone got one. Yep.
Yeah.
We see the pineapple lady. We see you, Al.
Yeah, we see you on here. Man, but we trying to show you. That's what I'm talking about. The sources that you see. Bill Maher is not a source. And you have to check out other things because you will be propagandized. All these people told you. Just wonder who told you about January 6th and somebody was killed. Who told that man that? He got that from CNN. You can go look up there at CNN talking about police was killed, all that mess. So when you start talking about our sources, at least we bring credible information. How come it's always being brought back that we was right? Everything that we go back saying, it's always turning out that we was right.
It looked like that group of people allegedly was compromised.
Yeah.
That group of people was compromised. Well, but they show the same thing with BLM.
Right.
The people going down there to go march, peacefully protest, and they got a pallet of bricks sitting on the side of the damn road.
Right. And they got people just like him, black, in all black, going around breaking out windows, setting stuff on fire, and everybody else following suit.
Yep.
That's the way that happened. That's the way it always happened.
Yep.
We have to be more mindful. That lady we showed you from the very beginning, she was spot on.
Yeah.
That's what we have to do. We all done been on this on the wrong side for so long. We don't know how to do nothing but be on the wrong side.
That's it. Because we got the attitude like, see, the biggest problem is welfare is a gift. It's something that is given to you. And when you're giving something to people that already feel like they was enslaved for 400 years and that they owed something, you got them.
Yeah.
That's the perfect recipe to have you argue with me and Art right there.
Right.
They owe me something, they giving me something, they don't need to take it away.
Okay, and guess who's getting shoved aside right now? Because they're bringing all these people in, and guess what they're doing to them? Giving them something.
Yep.
They're giving them something.
Yep.
Guess where they're going to be for the next 50 years?
Yep.
In the same stronghold we've been in for the last 50 years.
Yep.
That's what they're trying to do. That's what they do. They get a voter base like that.
Yep.
You know, then they'll get...
And then we won't be the minority no more. Well, we won't be the minority no more.
I still don't think we're the minority. I think we're the minority right now. Man, when you got 15, how many blacks is it? 30 million?
You got 33 million.
Okay, if they already done got 15 million people in here, plus gotaways and what was already here, we probably verging right now on being the minority still.
And we ain't even talking about the 500,000 they flew over here from Afghanistan.
Absolutely. We ain't even considered them. See, these are things, we go do this research, man. We do this research all week. We look for different things. We compare what people say. I go look at CNN, I go look at Fox, I go look at MSNBC, and I can tell about who lying because the stuff don't line up. I'm going to another source. I'm going to another source and another source. These are different sources we go to, man, and look up and ascertain what's right. And what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. For the mere fact that we know good and well it's not right to have 2-year-olds with people standing over them with everything mama gave them and prancing around as a freaking woman. Now, I don't know whose head got turned around, but you got to know that ain't right.
No,
I mean, I can't find nobody to tell me that it's right in their own mind.
I mean, and we ain't gonna talk about the sexy summer camp.
Oh,
we ain't gonna talk about the sexy summer camp. Oh my God. You don't know about the sexy summer camp? Where they got 2-3-year-olds coming in there and there's a whole bunch of ladies that like ladies and they in there teaching them how to masturbate.
Yeah.
I mean,
look it up.
I mean, this is the type of stuff that, you know what I mean, me and Art show you.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't seen this stuff on CNN, ABC, none of the news that I watch.
Right.
You know what I mean? I see this stuff, but I don't see the opposite story. That is my main thing, what I keep telling people about Fox News. All the other news sources don't even combat the story, so they giving stories that they don't want you to see.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. Just like a man getting the Woman of the Year award at the White House. I mean, and I don't get it why every woman out here isn't outraged. I mean, you get a man the Woman of the Year award like it ain't no other woman out here that's credible to get that award, bro.
What's her name? Samara Shields. You more eligible to get the award than him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what makes you more qualified? You're a woman.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I don't
just
get
being a woman makes you more qualified.
Makes you more
period.
qualified.
Yeah.
I mean, I got aunties, man. I got about 4 jobs. There ain't nowhere in the world he deserves it over her.
No.
My thing is, if he want to identify as a woman, cool. Give him the Man of the Year.
Right.
Give him that.
Right.
But no, man, come on, man. Don't do my mama like that.
Yeah.
Sisters,
aunts, cousins, everybody.
He don't deserve it over my mama.
Exactly. Not that. You know, and I mean, when they can trick you to doing that, wonder how they do it. That's my thing. Wonder how they do it. Now, I got my suspicion, allegedly. I don't know if y'all ever heard of MK Ultra or not, but it's a real thing. I can guarantee you that. And we're going to show you a clip about this MK Ultra. If you ain't never heard of MK Ultra, it's a mind control type of deal. Have you ever wondered why? Well, that's what MK Ultra is. Yeah. Okay. Now, but have you ever wondered why all of these kids go around and just shoot up schools? Have you ever wondered why, you know, they always be kids, always young kids, and why people just do stuff they do? I know y'all heard about the guy that went in the church and tried to shoot the pastor. I mean, man, woo, we'll see.
They're still doing it. So this is Douglas McGregor tweeting this out. He said, Secretary of State John Foster Dulles sanctioned this to happen. The program, MK Ultra, maybe you heard of it, was based on the work of Nazi scientists brought to the United States from Germany, as Kurt just said, under the auspices of Project Paperclip following the Nuremberg trials.
And by the way, Ben Gurion didn't like it from Israel, but he was told by Rockefeller, you can either have blood or you can have a country. So we got all these war criminals and did a show, the fat ones.
Yeah.
We kept all the good ones.
Yes.
And probably Israel's not our friends because of that, how we saved a bunch of evil Nazis. And they
well, the Zionists worked with the Nazis, though. That's the thing. But let me get back to this. The program was headed by Sidney Gottlieb.
Yeah, that guy.
And initiated on the order of the CIA director, Allen Dulles, on April 13th, 1953. In 1975, the Select Committee to Study Governmental Operations with respect to intelligence activities, foreign and military intelligence, was chaired by Senator Frank Church. Maybe you heard of the Church Committee. Initial investigations led to revelations that at least 80 American universities, colleges, hospitals, plus 185 private contractors had engaged in 149 separate CIA-funded sub-projects involving mind control experimentation, including forced administration of mind-altering drugs, particularly LSD, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, sexual abuse, and torture.
Heavy emphasis on those last two.
Unfortunately for the investigation, the CIA director, Richard Helms, ordered all MK Ultra documents destroyed prior to their being subpoenaed by the Church Committee and the Gerald Ford Commission to investigate CIA activities within the United States, just like they destroyed all the videotapes of the torture program that George Bush ordered. They destroyed all of them. Nobody got in trouble for that. Nobody got in trouble for this.
Oh, by the way, the torture wasn't just waterboarding.
Right. It was way worse. In 1977, a small cache of 20,000 documents was discovered and Senate hearings resumed. So they didn't get all of them. Subsequent testimonies from victims, researchers, and officials revealed that unsupervised experiments were carried out on an unprecedented scale, involving thousands of victims in the United States and Canada, including children.
Especially children.
Each child victim of government-sanctioned human trafficking has a story.
You can say it ain't real if you want to. You can say it ain't real if you want to. Mind altering drugs. I've looked for it. Every one of these kids that's been in these shootings seem to be on something. They seem to be taking medicines. I look for it. I can't find the medicines that they taking. They won't tell you what these kids were taking. Now, they was always say, well, they had mental issues. What kind of mental issues? What did you get these kids? What have they been taking? How come don't nobody ever say anything about what they were on?
Who's determining right or wrong? I think you determine your own right and wrong.
Yeah, well, I can tell you who determined right and wrong. Yeah, you do. What you want somebody to do to you? Or what you don't want somebody to do to you. Don't do it to nobody else. That's right and wrong. Right there. It's just that simple. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. That's right and wrong. That's what determines right and wrong. If you don't want me to hit you upside the head, please don't hit me. What's their intentions? To control them. That's what MK Ultra is about, controlling. They control you with MK Ultra. It's a mind thing. They use drugs, they use hypnosis, they use all those things that they were talking about. Yeah, and that's a fact. And just last week on our show, we was talking about what the Milligan experiment, something what we went through in during COVID.
You Transformers of the Year award.
Yeah.
They was all white. I remember that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether they was all white, black, or whatever, they shouldn't be doing it to nobody. Because if they'll do it to them, then Blim Blow say this all the time, you next. What make you think they'll do something to somebody else and won't do it to you? You special? These people do this kind of stuff. It's all about control. They want to be able to control the populace. Look at what happened in COVID. They controlled the narrative. They controlled everything. These people was ready to kick you off your job and kick thousands of people off their job. Thank God that the Congress and the Supreme Court done gave them back their jobs and made these people pay them for kicking them off. But you got somebody sitting in the chair. Biden was kicking everybody off their jobs.
Letting people die on the table and everything.
Yeah.
You got people been waiting on kidneys, heart transplants.
Wouldn't give it to them.
Wouldn't give it to them.
Right.
Because they didn't want to comply.
Yeah, they didn't want to comply. He cut off all the funding going to most of these hospitals. If you was on Medicare or whatever, they would cut that off from you. This man's a tyrant. Then they telling you that you living under dictatorship. What? Oh, Trump gonna be a dictator? You don't think you already under dictatorship? This man telling you, making you do something, making you put something in your body that you don't want in there. You don't have a choice, and if the same breath come back, your body, your choice. When is that happening? These the same people, man.
The hypocrites.
Yeah, the hypocrites. And that's what the problem is. We have to start understanding this, man. Really, me and Bro come on here every week. We try to bring y'all something that you didn't know. We try to tell you something you didn't know. If y'all don't know, read up on MK Ultra. See, was it a real program? Actually was CIA funded. Okay. People ain't no earthly good, man.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, it was. That's in fact, you can look that up. That's in documents.
Your disclaimer.
Oh, okay. Bro keeps the disclaimer going for us so we don't get thrown off of YouTube because
this is part of the dictatorship.
Yeah, you can't even say what you want to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. A liar has the right to be one.
Yeah.
I mean, if we made this show called Time to Tell a Lie, we would never get thrown out of nothing.
We would have a million doggone subscribers.
I got you.
We got your chef butterfly. You would have 1 million subscribers if this was Time to Tell a Lie. And we turn around and told the lies that the media is telling that they still got up right now. Those lies are up, but if you tell the truth, you get kicked off, you get thrown out. This is YouTube. Yeah. You get thrown off of that. You get thrown off of that for telling the truth. They know it.
And they throw you off with misinformation.
Yeah. Knowing it wasn't misinformation. The misinformation is still up. Hey man, they trying to take your freedom of speech. They're trying to take your gun rights. These people, man, are trying to take everything. I tell you what,
they got you right on the board supporting it. That's the thing that we missing the sight of.
Oh,
if you okay and you running around talking about they need to take everybody's guns, then who gonna protect you whenever they come up in the house and try to take you and your kids? Somebody need to have a gun.
Well, this is what I firmly believe. I believe during this pandemic, we would have been just like Australia. They took Australia guns a few years ago. All the people decided to turn their guns in. What happened during the pandemic? They was in there snatching their kids out of houses, putting the thing in them and putting them in concentration camps. That's what they were doing. And I will guarantee you, if the people over here didn't have guns in their houses, Joe Biden would have did the same thing. He would have came in. If he had the nerve to throw you off your job the way you couldn't make no living, he didn't care whether your kids ate or not, because you wouldn't put some experimental drug in your body. Okay, is all it was, an experimental drug that big pharma didn't want you to see for how long? 99 years, 75 years.
And you know what? And every time something happened, everybody, and I'm gonna be all the way honest, it seemed to me it's always the Democrats. They the first ones to scream about, oh, they gonna do martial law. That's the main reason, the only reason why they haven't done it yet.
Exactly.
Because they know somebody gonna rebel.
Yeah.
And they got guns to rebel.
Yeah, and that's why we supposed to have our guns, to protect ourselves from a rogue government, which we got in there right now. These people are rogue, man. The DOJ, man, Merrick Garland up there won't prosecute nothing. I mean, all the dirtiness they done, man.
Sticking people up there at the Capitol allegedly to do. I mean, we just showed you what kind of stuff they up to.
Yeah, they up to, man. Come on, man. All this stuff that they done to people, man. We showed you last week what they was up to. Spraying stuff in the air, man. These people don't care, man. These people are thugs and psychopathic maniacs. We need to get rid of them. You want to see a psychopath? Look in your CIA. Look in the FBI, the DOJ. These are psychopaths, man, maniacs that we got in charge that really need to go. Anybody would do all that stuff to somebody, man, it's crazy. I'm telling you, man, that is a shame. You know, that they would even do that to anybody. But they do it. They do it all the time. They go over in other countries, overthrow their governments, set up puppets over there like they did over there in Ukraine. Got Zelensky a puppet. I know most of y'all should know the backdrop to Ukraine, how in 2000, I think it was 15, they went over there and staged a coup and took their democratic elected person out and put Zelensky in. I mean, they don't start the story from the beginning. You know where they started from? Oh, Putin invaded Russia, invaded Ukraine. Russia invaded Ukraine. That's where they started at. But if you go back to 2015, when them people went over there and took out the person that they elected and put in who they wanted to, that was the CIA. They the thugs. We the thugs.
You can send us some.
Oh yeah, we don't know. We said we cover other topics. We always cover other topics. Right now, what we're trying to do is make sure we be able to speak our free piece. Because if we don't get it right this time, you ain't got to worry about covering no topics hereafter. I can guarantee you that you won't even have a free voice to cover nothing. And that's what it's about right now in this moment. We're trying to wake some people up because we realize that they've been asleep for a while. And so that's what we're doing right now. Me and Blow, we really wasn't political people, and we didn't never start in on politics until we started seeing what these people were doing to us and trying to trick us. And we love our people so much, we don't want them to be tricked. We want you to go do some homework. Okay, Mike, we see you. And that's what it's all about. We talk about a lot of strange stuff, huh?
You got the thing until they sleep.
Yeah, they sleep. I mean, we trying to wake you up, but me and Blow was just asleep, so we don't blame nobody. Everybody got a certain time to wake up. Blow, tell them when you woke up.
Oh yeah, I woke up. Well, I had a light bulb moment. I woke up when we was doing the show. We was talking about. I think that might have been one of the first time we ever talked about Trump on here.
Yeah.
And I was telling Art that no matter well, when it comes to family and friends and stuff like that, no matter what they do, we always, as people, tend to stand in their corner, whether they right or wrong. And then about 5 minutes later, we was talking. I told man, I don't like Trump, man. He racist. He a bigot. He said that there were good people on both sides when it came to Charlottesville. I said, well, Blow, you just said the same thing about me. You just said if I went and cut somebody's head off, you'll still be down there screaming free art. That's basically the same thing Trump said. Yeah. And then I had a light bulb moment. Because one thing about me, I'm going to keep it 100.
Right, exactly.
And I'm not going to be no hypocrite on purpose. So that was my light bulb to say, you know what, I would do the same thing. Trump ain't really wrong with standing behind his own people because he's supposed to.
Yeah.
Like you go do. If your child go right now and cut somebody's head off, you still gonna be in court. You ain't gonna be like, he guilty. He needs to go to jail. He guilty. So ain't nothing wrong with so sometimes when somebody put it out there on the news, oh, Trump said there were good people on both sides, then you see somebody marching with tiki torches, and then you see somebody get ran over by a car and all this kind of stuff, somebody died. It's easy for you to be like, man, Trump ain't shit, he a racist bigot, but you'll lose sight that you'll do the same thing if it was yours.
Right. And my light bulb moment came on when I'm sitting up there watching the news. Guess what I was watching? CNN. I'm on CNN, but I was just turning on another channel, and I had heard Trump say something. And then CNN come back and say, well, he said he told everybody to put something in their arm. I said, that ain't what that man said, man.
Whenever they said he told everybody to put bleach in their arm or something like that.
Yeah, and that ain't what the man said. I went back, looked the thing up, watched it for myself, and said, why did these people tell that lie? Right then, I knew something wasn't right.
He was such a good kid.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah. Might say they need help if anything.
Yeah.
Well, you might, but in that moment, you gonna be saying free my baby.
Yeah, you're gonna be saying free my baby, and you ain't gonna be saying that he did this and that. You're gonna be saying he was a good kid. Just like he said.
He made a mistake.
Yeah.
He was a good kid.
Yeah. He never hurt anybody till now. He's gonna be saying all of that stuff. Yeah. Exactly right. I mean, and you're supposed to. Nobody's gonna hurt you for saying that. That's your child. That's your people. I say that about Blow.
Comprehension is for some. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean, but hey, you have to learn. Everybody, I feel like, is going to have a light bulb moment at some point. You know why them people in the Bronx had a light bulb moment? Because they see everybody coming in getting something, but except for them. Yeah. They see everybody coming in getting free money, free this, free that, and they ain't getting a thing. That's why they had a light bulb moment in Chicago. They having light bulb moments all around the place. Why? Because finally it's touching them. Something they can relate to, something they can see. They see what's going on. They see money going out the door to Ukraine. They see all that money they sending out, but you can't spend nothing here. They see all the homeless people we got over here, but you want to send money over there. Who does that? I mean, some people's got to hit their pocketbook. I mean, it's just that simple.
And then you got somebody who was just in office, and y'all was against them doing all the opposite.
Yeah.
Y'all laughed at the y'all laughed at the wall. Oh my God, that was a joke to y'all. Mm-hmm. We wasn't in no wars.
Yeah.
We're in 2 wars right now. We're in 2 wars.
And trying to strike up 3. Gas was low, And you know what hurt me the worst? I'm gonna tell you what hurt me the worst. We turned down a platinum plan for what we got right now, which is nothing. For y'all that don't know what the platinum plan is, go look it up. The platinum plan, man, would have put how many billions of dollars directly into our neighborhoods, right?
50 billion.
$50 billion, right? Accessible to us. Cut the red tape. Go down there and get your loan for your business. The same thing you've been crying about everybody else is getting, and you turn it down.
And Ice Cube went and looked at it.
And called Ice Cube all kind of coons and everything. This is NWA. But you don't understand what that means. That means something, okay? NWA meant something.
If he ain't one of us, then nobody else is.
Right, that meant something. And I mean, we turned it down because Biden promised you to redo your student loan. How many people done got that?
And Chucks and Pearls.
Yeah, and Chucks and Pearls for Kamala Harris. And look what we got. Oh, man, that's crazy.
And Ice Cube just did an interview a couple months ago with Tucker. He said, well, the Democrats got to understand that what they do is you keep inviting them to prom. Mm-hmm. Every 4 years, we invite the Democratic Party to go to prom with us, and when we get there, they dance with everybody in there but us.
But us, we never get no dancing, and
we
that's
can't get no dance at the prom.
Yeah.
So what we gonna do this year? Because when I was dancing with the Republican Party, I was paying $2.59 for premium.
Exactly.
I mean, I seen it down in South Carolina. Regular gas was $1.99. They had premium about $2.39 one time.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I'm paying $4.09, $4.19. I think it's about $3.90 now. You know what I mean?
After the day.
Yeah, but we know they're trying to get a vote for that or something.
Well, Biden just released 1 million barrels of our strategic oil supply, our reserve. He just released that. You know.
Yeah, but this is the kind of stuff that we try to enlighten our people on and stuff like that, man.
Right. You know, so we try to do that every day, man. Every week we come on, we do this.
Y'all don't like frets and sorrows? Well, I mean, we like people disqualified. And I don't think the only thing that made her qualified was her ethnicity.
Ethnicity, right?
Ethnicity. That's it.
The only thing that qualified.
There's definitely somebody out there that's black, blue, purple, or pink that was more qualified than her. Or Jackson. Man. Because I mean, it's good that you're a black person, but when you up there, you can't tell me what a woman is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the type of stuff that I got a problem with.
Exactly.
I mean, don't give me somebody just to keep me quiet. That's
right.
A pacifier.
Exactly.
That's a pacifier. All Kamala Harris was something to go in your mouth to keep it quiet.
Yeah, exactly. So we gave y'all somebody black. Be settled for that. Everybody know how Biden talk junk to Al Sharpton and all them people right after he got elected. Man, that is a crying shame. And Al Sharpton is still out there advocating for this food. I'm going to just be honest with you. Still out there advocating for this food. I mean, man, come on, man. After he talked junk, I know y'all heard the tape. I know they had to hear the tape.
We played the tape on the show.
We played it on the show, man. Come on, man. And after he was saying, what you going to get a black? I gave you Charlottesville. That's it. Get out my face.
I gave you what I'm going to give you. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. That's basically what he said. Yeah. Man, which was crazy. So, I mean, right now, me and Blow would love to get on to some more topics, and we're going to get on to some topics, man. We're going to get on to some topics. But, right now, it's so severe, man, because enough people we don't think has waken up to where it's going to be a problem. I mean, it's going to be a problem now, and you don't just make it a problem for you. Just like these last 4 years ain't been no problem just for the people that voted for Joe Biden. It's been a problem for everybody else. So that's a big deal. Prices just didn't go up for y'all at the grocery store. That went up for me too at the grocery store. That went up for Blow too. Prices at the grocery store and gas at the pump ain't for just rich and black. That go up for everybody. Hey, we appreciate you, Samara, for joining in today. We thank everybody for joining in.
We definitely talk about other stuff.
Yeah, we do. But right now it was so critical, so that's how we over here where we at. But normally we did have other topics we do talk about. Matter of fact, we might break it up a little bit next week. But it's important that everybody start to understand, because all this stuff we see coming out every week, man, how these people trying to trick us. I hate that. I hate being tricked by these people. If you don't think something, look it up, man. Just look it up. That's what I tell you to do. Go find it. It's something somewhere, it's something everywhere. Just keep looking for it. Don't take these people's words, man.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say it wrong the next time.
Oh.
I guess Samara.
Yeah.
Samara.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, we want to thank everybody for joining in. It's one thing for certain.
Two things for sure.
We're gonna tell the truth
because it's time.
And the truth hurt.
Time to tell the truth.
Absolutely. We see y'all next week.